to Good Morning LaLa, and we're here with Scott Harris, who is a family member here at Focus TV, big developer, loving chefry, all that good stuff, right?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I try to do a little bit of everything in my life, yeah.
AKA the constructional chef.
The constructional chef.
Yeah, that is really cool. So you're the co-founder of Building Construction.
Yes,
Is that
Building Construction Group.
Is that where this journey started for you?
I think the journey started when I was like 5 years old. When two things. I was hungry and I didn't like the way my room looked. So, so I haven't stopped doing this. So I started when I was a child, just, changing my environment because I didn't realize that I didn't feel like I should have to stay in something that I wasn't happy in. And also for food, I like food. I just really like eating. So I was always trying to eat. And it's what I'm so happy about and so thankful to be here with you all today is that to be able to do something that you just do naturally, something that you love, and to find out like that you thought you were a nobody, but you just did it your whole life and people actually appreciate what you do. Like it makes me tear up some days when I think about it because it's just.
But I don't think you can even think about a home or any kind of a lifestyle without the food, and the food complements the home so well that even you go into open homes and there's always food.
There's always the apple pie. Yeah.
There's always something. And so, what is your expression? If you were to bring it to your development, what is the core of the food that you bring to it?
I think food and homes and other things I do, but it's to me it's about an emotion. It's at the end of the day, it's really how well do you feel inside. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you depressed? Are you joyous? And that's really all that life comes down to. I mean, we complicate our lives so much, right? With so many things and so many layers. And we just think, and it's like, if you can have that one moment, you're just sitting in bed and you got that, a cup of coffee and you're happy. And it's just, to me, that is like the joy of life, That's the simplicity of it, to be able to create it. Can be complex, but that's where I'd like to bring.
Why couldn't I have met you 25 years ago?
You have
no idea. It's because
I'm going to cook for you. We'll build for you.
Because I love food and I really love happiness, and I love what you just said about that. It's such a simple thing, and I just want to highlight that, and I appreciate you sharing it in that very simple, clear way. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it's just I think so much is so complex. Our homes are so complex. Our lives become so complex. We are unhealthy and we're unhappy, and it's like. Right? I mean, to have that moment of just being in that perfect home. And by the way, like when we do our homes, we do homes for a lot of people that have a lot of money. And I always encourage people to do less because I think somehow less is more enjoyable.
I'm wondering, how would you define home?
How would I define home? I define home as a place that heals you. I define a home as something that brings you peace. Home is a place, doesn't have to be a house. It has to be a place that you can go to recharge. When everything went wrong during your day, it's just that place I can just, it's okay. I can recharge. And to me, that's what a home should be. And it should also be a place you can have really good food too.
Where do you think things are going? Because we know that, before like 2008, the real estate market really turned.
Right.
And now we have people downsizing, simplifying, whatever. We have I think there's going to be a lot of innovation within real estate still that we haven't even touched on.
Right.
What do you see? Where do you see the marketplace going?
I think the market's always cyclical. I think what we're starting to realize is that how important it is to have a healthy home. And people are just starting to recognize that, that maybe homes are part of the reason that people are sick.
There's no question about it.
If you've been sick, where do you go?
Oh.
Yeah. But what if home's making you sick? What do you do? Well, how would you know that? Yeah, so you just keep sitting there.
I got the ozonator.
Yeah.
You work the molds. Right. You've got the new, you do new construction. There's a lot of issues that are totally toxic.
Most of them are. We were really fortunate. We did a home for Ed Begley Jr. It's supposed to be one of the greenest homes ever built. But the best compliment we got was his wife, Rochelle, and she was in there and she said, when I'm in here, I can take a fresh breath inside. And I've never been able to take a fresh breath inside a house because everything we did was zero VOCs. Every single material that we did was rethought, reconsidered. And so that, to answer your question, like from 5 minutes ago, was probably going to be the wave of the future, is starting to understand. I mean, we just now figured out that like lead was a bad thing, right? And it's still in all the houses, and that there's still like asbestos, there are they're back there. But there's things like there's formaldehyde, there's high VOCs, there's things in the glue, there's off-gassing, these laminated floors that are, people are having class action lawsuits, and you can't figure out why people are coughing. I go to my clients' homes and I see them coughing. I'm like, you cough when you're home all the time? Yeah, how did you know? Because it's your home, and people don't recognize that.
Wow. So my knee-jerk reaction is to run to the forest and become an ascetic. I was one of my whole life, but that's my knee-jerk reaction. And yet I know that's, of course, not the right answer. So for those folks that feel like, you know what, he's just nailing it, where can they start in terms of creating a healthier home for themselves?
One of the easiest things to do for your home is just open the windows, right? I mean, there's so many toxic things that are in there, and people think about trying to be airtight and envelope, and I've got my, it's energy loss, but you're killing yourself. We're not meant to live inside a structure. We spend, I think, I don't remember, but I think it was like 88% of your life is inside a structure, whether it be work, whether it be cars, whether it be homes, whether it's in a mall, whether it's in a restaurant. We're supposed to be outside. And we've gotten to the point where our bodies now are so sensitive that we go outside and something's wrong. You're sneezing, right? Like, I got to get back in the house. But what you don't recognize is that house, you're kind of changing the biology of your body to start absorbing those things. And you wonder why. Cancer and sick, and it's not the best place to be. So part of my life I've been trying to help people be happier and healthier, but that goes back to the simplicity of having just that wonderful moment when your body's at peace.
And you've truly mastered it, as seen in the latest issue of Focus magazine. We have a special feature on Scott Harris, the constructional chef. This is an incredible home, by the way.
Thank you.
Incredible. The kitchen, hashtag life goals.
So that was for Kevin James.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just absolutely
and for his chef.
Incredible. And it's so neat to be able to just see you in the kitchen and cooking. And our executive producer over here, Andy, and Tamby Saffron. We love what you're doing.
Thank you. It was like such an honor to be able to cook for Andy in his home. That was like just the pride. He and I were just chatting about steak, and I think, God, it felt like an hour. We just went on and on about steak and like salt, no salt. And so,
how do you like your steak?
How do I like my steak? I like my steak black and blue, and I like it made by myself, and I like it dry aged after I do it.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah, pan-seared.
So speaking of, how can people work with you? How can they find you?
They can call me. Do you want my cell phone?
And your address.
Do you want my home address? Do you want the whole
credit
thing?
card? We'll take that too.
All right. By the way, my kids' names are in their school. No, they can find me at Building. The name of our company is Building Construction Group, and the website is buildingcgroup.com. And my email is scott@buildingcgroup.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much for all your work, all the environment. I know that it's a big issue, and I agree. I think that we're going to have more and more conversation in the world about the environment and what is in our homes and our cars and our workplace. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back. More to come.
Thank you.